Okay, so some of you may have noticed in the movie trailers for the new Superman movie that's coming out July 11th, the character in the trailer of Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner was a Green Lantern. I am by no means an expert on the lore of Green Lantern. I've taken some forays, and one of the things I did read was the first appearance of Guy Gardner in a reprint of issue number 59 from the Silver Age Green Lantern series, first published in 1968. That's where Guy Gardner first appeared, and it was revealed in the story that when Abin Sur, the alien that carried the ring to Earth, was looking for his replacement as he lay dying, Guy Gardner was runner-up to Hal Jordan. And so there began a long rivalry between Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner. But that was his inception as a red-blooded American male, beer drinking, kind of rough and tumble, crude with his language, and what today would be considered, a macho guy. So in the 90s, he got his own series, and this is a little bit unusual because I normally just cover one book, but here I'm going to try to take a look at the entire series. So throughout this series, Joe Staton, who was the artist. He was the artist through the entire series, almost up to the end, where they began to introduce another artist, Tenney. And there were different writers. Gerard Jones started it off, and I had already compiled the first 8 issues. Oddly enough, it only ran 16 issues, at least as far as my research has been able to tell. If you're aware of an issue 17, and what's kind of interesting, I'll go ahead and jump to the end of the story here. At the end of the last issue, apparently it wasn't known that it was the last issue because they say that, okay, here's the synopsis for issue 17. But as far as I am able to tell so far, it was a 16-issue run, and that's where it stopped. And it's a very affordable comic book. You can find these, and as you can see, I'm offering the entire volume for less than $2 a piece. These comic books were still printed on newsprint, but from 92 to 94, when this was printed, they have survived in remarkable condition. They're essentially mint condition. White pages, high gloss, very supple, just perfect condition like they came off the newsstand. So that's kind of the fun of reading this. You can learn about the character. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but in this series, you can jump in. This is something we've talked about before, and just start reading. And certainly with the first issue of this series, you can't go wrong. It does help to know a little bit about the Green Lantern and the backstory of the Green Lantern. You could see that in cartoons or movies as well as comic books. So they, in this series though, as opposed to being part of the Green Lantern with a ring, a Green Lantern ring, he has recently acquired, let's say, Sinestro's yellow ring, and yellow feeds on willpower as opposed to, I'm not sure, this is where I kind of break down. There's like different emotions that are the power behind the rings in some sense. So whereas Green Lanterns have a green light and a different emotion of hope, I think, or something like that. This is fear or anger, different emotions than the Green Lanterns. So however, it doesn't corrupt him and he masters it, and people are out to test him. He becomes, in the first part of the series, he is trying to elevate his reputation, to prove to the world that he's more of a hero than Hal Jordan, and so lots of fun stuff like that. They're easy reads. The artwork is quite good. There's fun humor in it. As you can see, there's a lot of aliens, along with characters from the Justice League. He was a member of the Justice League, as well as the Green Lantern Corps. And he goes through his exploits of trying to catch different bad guys. This is a Green Lantern from another part of the universe that he teams up with. And it's all set on Earth up to this point. There's a break here, and this is where one of my favorite writers, Chuck Dixon, starts on the series for a 4-part story where he goes back and he's captured by some aliens. So I'll kind of focus on this storyline within the series. This Green Lantern, these aliens are called Drawl, and they're capturing Green Lanterns and creating clones and transferring their memories. So here he is being captured by the Drawl. These are the other Green Lanterns that have already been captured and their clones have been created. They're not sure why they're being kept around. Here they're coming to take him, and then he goes into these dream sequences where the Drawl are extracting his memories, and so then you have some of his backstory as a child on through into his teenage years. Including at this point, he's trying to escape, so he's hatched a plan, and he's trying to recruit his clone. It doesn't quite work out. As you can see here, here's Guy Gardner, and here's his clone, and the Drawl are the evil aliens that are going to send his clone to Earth to wreak havoc and conquer the Earth for them. So then the series finishes where he fights off his clone. Some more dream sequences with his older brother. So just a really nice story. It wraps up, and then this is the aftermath, where they take down his clone with the Justice League. So you have Wonder Woman and other members of the Justice League in this issue. And then the final aftermath, he's had been rooming with this General Glory. This bad guy is introduced, Militia. So here at the start, this bad guy Militia is introduced, but the main part of this story is him returning to his apartment with General Glory, and he doesn't have a TV or he doesn't read the newspaper, so he doesn't know, and he thinks he's the bad guy the clone, and that he had committed murder, and so they have to straighten that out. They get to the bottom of it with Wonder Woman putting her lasso of truth on him so that General Glory believes him and believes the story. And meantime, the evil conglomerate behind this mercenary militia sends him kill orders, Lobocop, that's funny, to take out Guy Gardner. And that's how this ends. And like I mentioned, there's no indication that it's not going to continue, but as far as I know, that turned out to be the last issue of this volume. So be curious to see, did militia ever appear elsewhere? Did this story ever, was it ever completed? It looks like Chuck Dixon was still writing on these issues. But that's kind of, how comic books go. In this case, you're able to collect and own the entire volume of 16 issues of Guy Gardner for $30. What a deal. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Just another foray into the characters and world of comic books. The 1990s were kind of the highest point of proliferation, where everyone got their titles and just lots of great work done that now is vintage. Here, fast forwarding 35 plus years later. And so it's all out there to enjoy. I do appreciate you liking and subscribing to Magnitude 10 YouTube. I hope you've enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time on Good Reads with Jeff at Magnitude 10. Thank you, and enjoy your comic books.